The playoffs are here. We've got a Division B set, semifinal set here between Berserker Gang and CotCot. This will be a best of 5 set. Game 1 on Arabia, and then 2 home maps apiece for Berserker Gang and CotCot. CotCot banning Migration, Berserker Gang banning Four Lakes, CotCot selecting Golden Pit and Socotra as their home maps, Berserker Gang selecting Mega Random and Fortress as their home maps. You can see the Civ Draft here. I'll take a quick look at this, though I won't go through it exhaustively. 5 maps. That's a lot of maps to go through. Byzantines, Britons ban. Byzantines. Yeah, maybe not wanting to face that on... not sure. Maybe they were worried about facing that on Fortress. That'd probably be my guess. And then Britons, of course, just getting banned all over the place. The most banned Civ in this tournament. Mayans, Franks, that's probably Arabia, right? Gold Pit, maybe Vikings, Burgundians, Fortress. Hard to say. I'm not sure. They're Koreans, I would probably guess, for Fortress. Thinking Japanese Goths for Socotra. And then not really sure what we'd be looking at for Mega Random. Over on the other side, Lith Ethiopians, that's probably Arabia. Socotra, I'm going to say Berbers, Teutons. Berbers with the faster vills, Teutons with the ability for a really nasty tower rush. Chinese Cumans probably for Fortress. Mega Random, gotta be Mongols. Not sure what the other one would be. Could be Vietnamese. And then, of course, there's still Golden Pit in the mix. That's got to be Vietnamese. Maybe Vietnamese Khmer for Golden Pit. Anyway, enough guessing. Let's jump into the game. Game number 1 on Arabia. Let's go. Whoop. Don't mean to be an 8x speed. All right, so we've got Team CotCot in the blue and green, Lighty in the blue playing as the Franks, teamed up with Ice of Empire as the Vikings. So I got that one wrong. I was thinking probably Franks, Mayans. Mayans will be saved, presumably for a Gold Pit. On the other side, we've got Agent P playing as the Khmer. So I was also wrong there. I was thinking Lith, but we're going to have Khmer. Teamed up with Legion 64 playing as the Ethiopians. So this is Berserker Gang in the blue and the orange. I should also apologize in advance. Some non-ideal casting conditions at the moment. I am currently driving across the United States, and yeah, I've been on the road all day. I'm pretty beat, and I'm also inside of a hotel in West Texas. There's gonna be a lot of background noise. I apologize for that. Semi-trucks driving by. There's a major interstate outside the window. So yeah, hopefully you don't get too much of that. All right, back to the game. So, take a quick look at the maps here. Agent PR Ethiopians player. It's a decent map. Pretty wallable. Forward berries, though. Forward gold. That's not great. But there are 4 wood lines. Oh, sorry. I'm looking at... Like I said, I'm tired. All right, I'm looking at things reversed. This is back gold, back berries. So this is actually a great map. These 3 are back wood lines. Got an easy wall here, wall there, wall to the TC here, wall to the TC here. Actually really like this map. Legion being a pain here, preventing Lighty from pushing that deer. And we know how much the scout player wants to get those deer in. All right, looking at Legion's map. Forward berries, forward gold. Yeah, not nearly as nice of a map as Lighty. It's not terrible, it's not great. Looking over here at Agent P. It's a much tighter base, definitely more easy to wall here. Ice of Empire being a pain, although has lost a lot of HP on that scout. Did he lame a boar? He might have lamed a boar. It's the only reason I could think his scout would be that low. Because the opposing scout is not that low. I mean, maybe he ran into the TC. It would also explain why Agent P is dropping farms right here. Although it wouldn't explain why... Yeah, not sure. In any case, our players are on the way to Feudal Age. CotCot. We'll be getting 21 pop archers here from Vikings, 20 pop scouts, and ooh, men-at-arms from Legion. The Ethiopian's player has noticed he's up against the Cav player, so he's going to try to get some men-at-arms in there. Can be definitely more difficult for the Cav player to clean up men-at-arms than for the Archer player. And we've got some early walls coming down here from Agent P, which he can get away with being Khmer. Doesn't need to put that wood into a barracks. All right, does Lighty know about the men-at-arms, though? That's the question here. Let's see. What does he see? Oh, he might notice him here in a second. He's heading that way. He sees the barracks. Oh, he catches him just barely. All right, that was fortunate positioning for him. All right, stable coming down. I mean, if he knows they're coming, he could get a house here, a couple palisade tiles here, force the men-at-arms to loop the long way, and then would have time to resource wall the wood, resource wall the berries. Two ranges coming down here for ice, so he will have early archer numbers on his counterpart. But let's see if these men-at-arms can get some damage in and delay the scout production here for Lighty. Lighty getting a spear out, probably anticipating that Agent P is going to follow up the men-at-arms with scouts. And, oh no, he's not going to get it walled in time. Actually, lets the men-at-arms just come right through. Just slightly outside the range of that town center. Yeah, Lighty losing a little bit HP there and is off the wood line, so already the men-at-arms getting some value here.
Ow.
One men-at-arms down, one scout down, a second men-at-arms will go down. Ice of Empire with a scout in there to help out, nicely done. And the men-at-arms are cleaned, but they're actually even scout numbers. So it looks like Agent P maybe prioritized getting walled here ahead of scout production. Because, oh, actually, fletching not in yet. Yep, the scouts are going to jump on those archers. Always the danger moving out before fletching is in. It was so close to being in, just seconds away. Those archers will get cleaned. Some awkward pathing there for Agent P. And Lighty scouts are coming in, but just a little bit too late. What is archer production looking like here? We've got 3 archers on the field for both players. So despite opening with men-at-arms, that little engagement there has enabled Legion to catch up to Ice of Empire in archer numbers. All right, we got another group of archers moving out. Those scouts are separated, though, at the moment. So if Agent P catches those, could get another clean here. I think he's going to find them.
Yeah?
Fletching's in, but there's only 3 archers. There's 5 scouts here. Lighty scouts are not in the area yet. All right, in the scouts notice. There we go. They're going to get a jump on just in time. Well, they actually have to bail before getting any kills. And now the pressure's on. We've got CotCot pressuring Agent P here. Agent P's got armor in, though. But remember, Lighty playing as Franks, they've got some extra HP and already full walled here, which is good for him because there are archers on the field for Legion. And things could get a little dicey here for Agent P, although he's got some pretty good scout numbers at the moment. Legion's archers haven't been able to get any value yet. Let's see if they just camp the wood lines. That's probably the thing to do here. And yeah, this spot won't end up being that great to go into because those archers can't pass anywhere here. There's, of course, a TC right there. And let's see, what are we looking at for food count at the moment? pretty comparable for all players. I mean, this game's dead even at the moment. Even Vil numbers, even military numbers. And CotCot quickly realizing they're not going to be able to go in there. So that was pretty fortunate for Agent P that CotCot attacked that portion of the wall as opposed to up here. But they are going to make that switch now. Meanwhile, over here, Legion trying to break in. We might end up seeing a defensive tower here from Lighty. There aren't that many archers out because the reinforcements are coming over here. Archer armor on the way. No upgrades for Lighty's scouts. And oh, they're in. The tower not even close to going up. It's a little bit of TC fire there. And yeah, there could be some good idle time here, but at the same time, Agent P's got good numbers here. There are some of Legion's archers in the mix as well, so this could be a nice clean. I do not know why I'm not hearing any attack sounds, but we've already got a couple Vils down here. 2 Vils going down. Good scout numbers here for Agent P. The HP is really close here. Yeah, this should be a clean. This will be a clean. But the damage has been done. Alright, so we've got Castlage on the way for Lighty, the Cav player for CotCot, who is now off of this wood line. And Castlage also on the way here for our Ethiopians player, Legion. And what about Agent P here? Yeah, Agent P invested very heavily into scouts, so only on 200 food here, but he's got a lot of farms. He'll be able to click up in not too long. 26 farms. All right, and now Lighty's in trouble. Off both wood lines. And what's the plan here? Yeah, it's going to be hard for him to establish access to wood anywhere. He's going to have to wait till he's got a few knights on the field to try to clean these. The thing is, he's not going to be that far ahead of Legion to Castle Age. And if Legion can convert these into Expo, that could definitely be a problem. Okay, over here, Ice of Empire is not fully walled quite yet. There's a lot of scouts in the vicinity, but yeah, it looks like he is full walled now. So those scouts aren't going to be able to get much value here. Agent P still hasn't clicked up. Castle Age on the way for both CotCot players. Alright. Lighty's up. Let's see how he reacts to this. Researching the +2 armor. Going 2 stable knights. Where will he end up dropping a town center? Maybe here? Can't really go outside his base. Yeah, does drop it there. Agent P still looking to get some damage here. He has clicked up, but he's got a long way to go. Alright, crossbow comes in just before the knights get there. Lighty has no way to clean this, and suddenly there's a lot of expo in his face. Let's see. Looks like Legion is going to prioritize the second town center over ballistics. I don't see a university quite yet. Oh, and this is nice. He gets archers over here, manages to take another Vil. Although these will get cleaned, so maybe not worth it. Alright, but he's knocking at the gates here. Lighty gets a few more knights in there. Could take this fight. Especially since there's no ballistics and no thumb ring in yet. I don't believe there's thumb ring. Alright, meanwhile, on the other side, we've got Ice of Empires. He's got our Expo going forward. Agent P getting his scouts over there. Presumably going to upgrade those to light cav. Got enough of them maybe to justify it. Let's see. Starting with the +2 armor. And at the moment, I mean, even military numbers, but the fact that the Franks player got to Castle Age so far ahead of Agent P. Although again, this is just great food eco. Second TC coming down for the Khmer player as well. And look at that. Vil numbers are identical right now.
But
The military numbers in favor of Berserker Gang, certainly in the archer department. Notices a hole in the wall there. And especially once ballistics comes in, that is going to be pretty stinking lethal to deal with. I don't see CotCot being able to get a lot of damage in here. This is actually open over here. Could dive with the knights and just try to get some raiding in. Okay, they are in. Ballistics on the way, but 50 seconds to go. Yeah, fortunate for Legion, he had this TC here for those vills to evacuate to. And I think this is going to be another spot where it should be... No, CotCot, yeah, I think doing the right thing here. Just getting out of the base and getting out before ballistics is in. Although a lot of archers going down there for ice. Yeah, CotCot, they don't have the numbers to be able to push the action here. Close game, though. Oh. Yeah, I don't think that was a good engagement there for CotCot. Especially now that ballistics is in for the Ethiopians player. Ethiopians already shoot faster as is. And especially once Thumbring comes in, these archers become really, really hard to deal with. 10ville lead at the moment for CotCot. Third town center coming down for both Lighty and Legion. But I think I'd rather have the military advantage that Berserker Gang has at the moment over the eco advantage of CotCot. Because that's a dangerous army, and this could be a problem. This TC, oh boy. Oh boy. That ain't going up. Scary military here. CotCot, instead of going to defend, they are going to push the action, try to get comparable damage against Agent P. And Berserker Gang, they're going to prioritize taking out production buildings here. It's probably a good move given how compact Lighty's base is here. And actually, they're moving with their military. Ooh, look at this. Agent P was wide open. And I like what Lighty's doing here. Trying to take out the TC, but also sending knights out to raid. Although Agent P is Khmer, able to hop in those houses, rang the bell. Which with Khmer is often a very, very good move. So all of his economy is safe for the moment, but TCs are going down. And that was a great counterattack. They forced Legion here to travel all the way back with those archers. They've almost caught up in military numbers here and should be able to take a good fight here. Hard to track this fight. It's a mob. It's got to be CotCot's fight, right? Agent P, though, has a lot of knight numbers in the mix. That archer herd is thinning. Alright, CotCot with the clean, but they did lose a lot of numbers, and now 42 Ethiopian Expo will certainly be able to clean out this army. But yeah, CotCot, I like what they're doing here. Just get out of there. You've gotten the damage in. A good eco back here for ice. Actually stonewalling that top corner as well. Dropping a third TC. 3 TCs over here for Legion, who's also got a pretty nice looking base. And we got a small group of archers here. They're going to look to get the cutoff. Boy, Legion has a lot of expo. It's imp in the cards for Legion. It is indeed. He's got the res for it. Perhaps is missing the second building. That's going to be a lot of Ethiopian expo. The monastery's down. Imperial Age is on the way for Legion. Over here, Agent P rebuilding the TC that was taken out. And you can see in the Vil numbers just how effective that little raid was by CotCot. They have a 25 Vil lead. But Imperial Age is going to be needed here for Ice of Empire. He's getting that monastery so he can go up. Because, yeah, this is going to be a huge problem to deal with. That group will tear right through Lighty's base. Especially if Legion's able to get a couple bombard cannons out into the mix. So, yeah, I think I still favor Berserker Gang's position here. They're down in scored, down in Vil numbers, but I think this should be pretty good timing for the Ethiopians player with Arbalist. I think a lot's also going to depend on the siege follow-up, how quickly that can come out. And is that the right call? Is it bombard cannon? Is that the right call here? I think that's what you want, right? Unless you're thinking that you're going to get such good damage in on the cow player with Arbalist alone that you want to have your siege tailored for the archer player on this side. In which case, you would go siege ram. But we shall see. All right, Imperial Age is in. A minute out for ice. And here comes the death ball. It's so big that Legion needs a couple different control groups here. And yeah, the other thing, Lighty, he is on stone now, but it's too late at this point to get a cast. Oh, he's going to get one there or try to get one there. Thing is, that's not going to protect that much of his eco. I think what he probably needed one was here just to buy time for his teammate to get to Imperial Age and get over here to help him, for him to get it to Imperial Age himself. Just still a long ways off. So yeah, Paladin is not going to be an answer to the Arbalist here. I don't know what's going on with the sound here. Let's take a look here. Yeah, I don't know why we're not hearing the archers fire sometimes. 5th town center coming down here for ice. Got that cranking Vikings eco, but the Arbalist now tearing through Lady's economy. And they are just going to drop town centers here. Chemistry is in. Who needs bombard cannons? And you've got this mini expo. There's this forward siege workshop. Lighty is in huge trouble. Here come the Arbalist for Ice of Empire, but remember, these Arbalists aren't going to fire nearly as quickly. Chemistry's not in yet, right? So they don't have access to Thumb Ring. They also don't have the Civ-specific bonus that Ethiopians have. There will be identical armor, because there are knights in the mix. It's good knight numbers, but you hate to throw those away. I'm not sure what the right call is there with the knights. You just try to get behind Legion, because if you don't fight at all, these archers are going to get shredded by the purple archers. And CotCot makes the decision to preserve the knight numbers. And that Vil lead is gone. We got identical Vil numbers, identical military numbers, but Lighty's going to have a hard time getting to Imperial Age. He has 11 on food. Because his food eco was obliterated there by the Arbalist. Meanwhile, the Khmer player on 39 farms on the way to Imperial Age. So Khmer might not have access to Paladin, but Paladin is a long, long way off here for our Frank player. Agent P will have Cavalier on the field before our Franks player does. Another good engagement here for Legion. He's got the Siege Workshop, and yep, he's gonna go for Rams. Well, hasn't started massing those quite yet. And this is going to be a clean, I think, on Ice of Empires numbers. But now we've got a counterattack on this side. Lighty is going to go raid Agent P's Eco. Seems like the right call, right? I mean, you can't touch these Arbalists. Lighty getting a second castle down to preserve that Eco that is in the back of his base. Alright, this time though, Agent P is walled up, so these knights so far haven't gotten any damage in. They are cleaning up a lot of Agent P's reinforcements. Gosh, this game is close. I don't know, though. In the long run, though, losing this much food eco as the Cav player really hurts, but Lighty has done a great job relocating his economy. Has a TC over here that's protected. All these TCs, of course, protected by 2 additional castles. The worry, though, is that Siege is going to be coming out here pretty soon for Legion. And then Lighty's Eco is going to be in trouble once again. But Agent P doesn't have a way to deal with this. Probably needs Legion to send some of his reinforcements this way. Woo! Already down to 78 farms. This is looking good for CotCot. This is looking good for CotCot. Another castle here for Agent, so it's going to be a base trade. Both Cav players are just getting shreked right now. Lighty, though, has done a much better job relocating his economy. Agent P is just losing everything. Down to 65 vills, full-scale retreat. Does have Cavalier, but doesn't have that many. He's only got 10 of them. He's not going to be able to get that much value out of these. This looks good for CotCot. Looks really good for CotCot. Even though Legion started this push sooner, it's been a much slower push. This was, because you had the Cav units in the mix, this was devastation. 44 vills for Agent P. Another castle coming down here for Lighty. I'm just trying to buy time at the moment. And then I think the hope will be that this army can start pushing into Legion's base over here. There's a lot of castles for Lighty, and that will buy him a lot of time. Ooh, look at that. Ice even managing to take out one of the trebuchets of Legions. Here, though, I think if you're Lighty, though, don't you just try to go in and raid Legion's eco? I mean, Agent P is not that much of a threat at the moment. But he is getting slung by Legion. That first castle is down. Just getting some more Arbalists into the mix. Look at that. Imperial Age on the way for Lighty. He's back up to 34 farms, so we'll be able to at least afford Cavalier here. And CotCot with 80 more vills. So just an incredible job by Lighty surviving that push. I thought he was dead, but they managed to hold Ice bought him enough time to get those castles down, and Lighty did a great job relocating that eco. Though still, Legion is untouched back at home. And Ethiopian Arbalist, a lot stronger than the Viking Arbalist. Alright, here we go. Lighty, I think, is going to go raid with these. A minute 20 until Cavalier's in. And this is a very exposed eco back here. Agent P has relocated into this area. Legion's got nothing to defend this. So Ethiopians on low ground. I mean, he had numbers, but still, they just shred. I like what Ice is doing here. Teching into Elite Skirm. Because the Cav player was because Agent P was taken out. Cav isn't that much of a threat. I think Elite Skirm makes a lot of sense here. Alright, look at this. Lighty just hanging out, waiting for Cavalier. Cavalier's in now, and here he goes. Yeah, Legion knows he needs some kind of defense at home, but he is not going to get that up in time. Certainly not if these Cavalier head in that direction, but I think they're just going to look to, just looking to drop TCs. How does Legion react? Does he send units home? This push has continued. There's only one castle left for Lighty. So Lighty in a bit of trouble again here, though. Still sitting on 54 farms, and he will deny the castle. Gets in just in time, takes out a TC of Agent P's. Get a Dowdy castle at 80%. 100 Vil lead for CotCot. This looks like CotCot's game. Skirms are now on the field. That is a huge, I think a great move for Ice. And these raids continue. Are some Arbalists here, but not enough to clean this. And this push, I mean, there are still 4 Trebs out, so those Trebs are going to cause a lot of damage, but the Arbs are almost cleaned over here. On this end, another PC goes down. But those Cavalier are getting cleaned. So the sling has been strong. The Khmer player's been able to not produce Cavalier, but has been able to produce these Hussar. And Lighty even adding TCs over on this side. I really like that move. Still sitting at 125 Vils. Just a massive eco lead at the moment here for CotCot. And if they can clean this up, start stabilizing, they can start pushing back on this. And it's hard to see a way for Berserker Gang to ever get trade up. Whereas I think trade will be an option here pretty soon for CotCot. Adding some markets here. Are they going to trade down to this corner? No. Okay, they're trading up here. So Lighty getting some TCs up there. The Arbalist have been cleared. CotCot in very firm control now. Oh, Legion continuing to be aggressive here. Adding some more castles. Wants to hold on to this space. And Agent P is working on rebooming back into this game. Still only at 86 Vils, though. Sassar getting a jump on all those skirmishers. Yeah, gold. You can tell gold is an issue here because we're seeing a full trash war from 3 different parties here. And they are selling for gold at very, very terrible prices. So trade, if CotCot can get trade going here, they will put this game away. Legion desperately trying to get a castle up on this hill, but that is not going to happen. Ice of Empires with a lot of units sitting up on top of that hill. And they're still pushing on this side. And that's the problem. Lighty without access to gold is forced to rely just on Frank's light cav. And so despite having, what are we doing? 60 Vil advantage, huh? Berserker Gang continuing to be the aggressors here. Would love to see some more counterattacks from Lighty with the light cav getting back into the eco. They're desperately trying to keep this trade line safe. The skirms are coming over. The skirms are getting surrounded here by Khmer Hussar. The trade has started, but that castle's going to go down, and this castle will go up, so I love the aggression here by Legion and Agent P. If they get this castle up, that trade line's going to be definitely in some trouble. Alright, Cavalier now in for the Khmer player. Market's going down here for the Berserker gang, and man, if Berserker gang ends up winning this, that would just be crazy. Yeah, Lighty's been getting hammered over here. He's down to 99 bills. Agent P has more bills than Lighty in the score lead now with Berserker gang. Yeah, I mean, Frank's with access to Paladin, but Lighty's just never had his eco in a position where he's been able to get to it. And so that's a huge advantage that CotCot has not been able to have any access to. And here come the Ethiopian Arbalest once again. There's no skirms on the field to deal with them, and they're going to just camp this trade line. And do we have any trade out yet for Berserker gang? Yeah, just a couple carts at the moment. It's a good thing Lighty already started relocating his eco over to this side, but yeah, these trade carts, those are expensive, huge investments just getting shredded right now. Berserker gang only down about 25 bills. They've got way more military on the field. It's just all the initiative with them. There's no raids at all from CotCot on this side. And now look at this, that castle's gonna go down. Berserker gang. They're gonna win this freaking game, I think. Oh no, that's a lot of trade carts that are just gonna go to their death. Yeah, I mean, there's too much going on right now. CotCot not noticing this, but they are just gonna lose a lot of trade carts. This castle already coming in clutch. And yeah, not a great matchup on this side right now. Ice of Empires doesn't have a way to produce Arbalest, can only produce these Skirm, but he's up against Hussar and Siege Ram. This is going to be, I think, going to be a nice little push on this side. Alright, Ice of Empire managed to get some Arbalest in the back of Berserker gang's base, but that has already been cleared. And this military advantage is just too much. Look at this, 48 to 170. I don't see how they stop this right now. I certainly don't see how they stop this. 73 Ethiopian Arbalest camping the trade. So gold is out of the question now for CotCot. And meanwhile, trade still not really up and running. Just a few trade carts on the line here for Berserker gang. But it's at least something. And Khmer with a lot better trash options here than Frank's. Access to the SAR. Ice of Empire realizing that he doesn't have any way to counter this SAR, so he's starting to switch into Pikemen and even Berserker. Berserker, man, that's expensive. Alright, they clean the Hussar are gone, the Rams are gone. The push on this side continues. Just tearing through more and more of the economy here. It's just been, the difference in this game has just been one of who's had initiative, and it's been Berserker gang for the entirety of Imperial Age. CotCot with a great raid on Agent P in late Castle Age, or was that no, that was an early Imperial Age. That looked like that was going to be a game-winning push, but once that was clean, just not able to get any more pressure into Berserker Gang's base, and now the Hussar starting to raid this part of the economy. Arbalest continuing to sneak further and further in here. The Vil lead now firmly with Berserker Gang. And they've just, yeah, just got a better composition. Right. This one's over. I said that before though for CotCot. So I shouldn't call it. I shouldn't call it too early. But boy, yeah, CotCot, I mean, they're pinned into a small corner here, being pushed on all sides. Trade is really starting to get running here for Berserker Gang. And what a comeback here by Berserker Gang. Legion just managing to keep Arbalest numbers on the field. And I also think Legion slinging Agent P and Imperial Age there also made a huge difference. Agent P able to keep the SAR on the field even when he didn't have an economy, and that was able to keep the skirm numbers to a minimum. Yeah, this one is over. Castle here for Agent P, and the GG is called. What a great game. What a wild game. Well, that is certainly a nice building KD. 99 buildings raised, 2 buildings lost. Yeah, neither Cav player really able to get to an awesome food eco. I mean, both only able to get up to about 34k. The Vikings player actually with 46k. Oh, sorry, we're looking at wood there. My bad. Okay. Yeah, trade had just got going, so I don't think trade made much of a difference in that game. Wow, what a comeback! All right, let's go to game 2. Again, apologies. I've been in a car for like 14 hours, so my brain is fried. So apologies if I missed anything in the previous game. Okay. With that, I believe we go to Socotra. We'll just confirm here. All right. Socotra, home map for CotCot. 1-0 lead for Berserker Gang. Remember, this is a best of 5. What do we have for civs here? Lighty playing as the Goths. Ice playing as the Poles. So I was thinking it was going to be Goths, Vietnamese. Goths, Japanese. We have Goths and Poles. Poles, another great option. Having the Vils be able to regenerate health is really, really nice on this map where there's going to be a lot of Vil fighting in the early part of the game. All right, looks like everyone should be able to get their elephant in safely.
Azul.
Yeah, everyone bringing the elephant in immediately. And let the layman begin. All right, on the other side, we've got Teutons and Berbers. Okay, we got that one right. Berbers with those faster Vils. Makes them really, really hard to deal with because even if you get Vil numbers on them, you just can't chase them down. So they can always choose when and where to take a fight. And Teutons, of course, with the ability to put more Vils inside of a tower, makes their tower rush especially lethal. All right. Gold right on top of the berries. So, yeah, I'm trying to see what the tower rush potential looks like here for our Teutons player. I mean, a tower up here or a tower over here, you're going to cut off a lot of eco there. And imagine if you could swing that tower push around and cut off access to that gold as well. So definitely some potential there. Ice attempting the lame, doesn't get away with it. Actually missed that. I thought everyone was bringing in their elephant right away, but Legion actually leaving his back here. Sorry, I sounded like someone was knocking at the door. But that elephant, he decides... Oh, he takes it right into the town center. Loses a lot of HP there. Legion going for the house block. Yeah. Yeah, there's no way you're getting that bad boy home, not with the scout there. Ice lucky to even keep that scout alive. With 4 HP. Which is going to come into play here going forward, because now it's going to be a lot harder to push with Vills. Alright, going forward with 1 Vill. Probably looking to lame the deer over on this side. Agent P has already gone and lamed all the deer over here. Trying to lame the gold as well. Lighty's just going to be content to try to get as much food out of those decaying ostrich carcasses as he can.
Rozkazania?
Yeah, but here's where that's having the scout comes into play. Legion can block with the scout and use this Vill to kill Ice's Vill. And I think that's what he's probably going to do here. Yeah, that'll be a dead Vill for Ice.
Gotowam jest.
I don't think there's any way he gets out of here with that Vill. Alright, an awesome laming here by Agent P. Has already lamed the berries, the primary gold. And this so far has gone uncontested by Lighty. Man, it actually does get the Vill out of there. Very nicely done, and even will take the scout out. Yeah, I've been... I should not talk in absolutes anymore tonight. I say a game is over, the other team is a great comeback. I say there's no way the Vill will make it to TC. The Vill not only makes it there, but takes the scout out in the process. Yeah, but this is gonna be kind of a pain here for the Goths player. Oh, imagine if Agent P gets over here and lames this. This would be a sick play. If he lames this, and then the Teutons player towers this, there would be no access to gold at all for the Poles player. Alright, but we've got Lighty, the Goths player, doing some laming of his own. He has lamed the berries on this side. Ooh, loses a lot of HP on that scout, though, for free. Agent P, the only one who hasn't really been the victim of too much laming. Did have his deer shot, but he's already milling those. He'll get a good bit of food out of that. He's doing it. Let's go. Berber's player is going to lame those resources. And yeah, if the Teutons player, who has plenty of access to stone, if that Teutons player towers this up, that's going to put Ice in a brutal, brutal spot. Alright, Lighty. Just trying to, yeah, just quick wall the Vill to keep her alive for now. At least cause some idle time here for Agent P, although he's in. Agent P's in, that Vill's toast. Alright, so another Vill down for CotCot. That will put them, I think, 2 Vills behind. Feudal Age on the way here for Legion is going to stone, so this will be a tower rush. I think my wish is going to be granted here. And Ice still hasn't noticed these resources being lamed back here. Alright, Ice on the way up as well. Lighty with some Goth militia on the field. Lion's getting on the action. No one's gone down quite yet. Alright, nice micro there by Agent P, losing only worker time. I don't think he's going to lose any vills here. All right, Legion's up. Here come the towers. Let's go. All right, he's actually going to start down here to push ice off of stone. Of course, if ice has no access to stone, ice isn't going to be able to counter tower beyond that first tower. But one tower up against Teutons isn't going to help you that much because the Teutons are just going to shoot it down. One vill going down here for Legion, though. Ice sending all the boys and girls. Ice losing a vill as well. The tower is deleted, and for the moment, this has been pushed back. It is a big vill commitment, though, for Ice. All right, yep, these villas are now going to, I think, drop a tower here as their second option. And there it goes. Agent P still has a vill over on this side. All right, looks like the militia were cleaned up apart from that one who's still being chased by a villager. And our Goths player looking like he wants to do FC build here. Hasn't clicked yet. Up to 27 vills. Some militia on the field here for Ice. Trying to use them to help fight this. Legion doesn't have this walled up, so the vills will be able to just take this out. So far, nice defense by Ice. Agent P thinking about trapping them in, but that's not going to work because I think this palisade is, yeah, that's Ice's palisade. I can be able to get a trap here. Yeah. So far, the Poles with great defense. And they'll have the high ground on that tower. Legion deletes yet another tower. And we've even got an archer on the field here for Ice, going back to that stone mine. And deletes yet another one. So this has been an awesome defense here by Ice, and even getting his teammate Lighty in here to help out. Lighty up to 32 vills, still hasn't clicked up to Feudal Age. He's got a lot of farms here, so this will definitely be an FC build. Trying to get walled, but what will he be up against on this side? Yeah, it looks like the Berbers player. What are we looking at for food for Agent P? Is he gonna go scouts? Might go scouts here. I was assuming he was just going to try to get up to Castle Age and get some knights out, but I think he's going to go scouts. Alright, Ice is starting to get some decent little archer numbers out here, and definitely some damage to be had. Those archers could get up in behind Legion's economy. These houses were clutch, though. Yeah, if he had left that area open, he would have no access to wood. Yeah, scouts. Alright, Teuton's player, he's continuing the tower push, but he's starting the chain way back at home. Starts with a defensive tower, and he is continuing to push forward with those towers. Alright, Feudal Age is finally on the way for Lighty. Who's, yeah, working on some pretty small walls there. Although these walls, I guess he will have access to that pile of gold. Alright, Ice pushing over here with his archers, trying to get some damage on Agent P. Agent P manages to get a nice tower down. That tower's in a great spot. Let's see if Ice chooses to just camp under those. Yeah, I don't think he can. Right, he can range these berries though, so probably won't get any villas, but it'll at least be a pest. Alright, the tower push continuing on this side. We have fletching in. Fletching for Ice, no fletching for Legion. archers. Here we go. Oh no, they're running under the TC. Yeah, don't think that was worth it. Will idle a bit of wood, but he's now trapped in there. Yep, and he's going to lose the last 2 archers, so that push is gone. Bit unfortunate there for Ice. And now there's a decent mass of scouts rolling in. 6 scouts with, they're going to be +1/+1. Oh, and they're in here. Some men-at-arms on the field for Lady, who actually is not going for Fast Castle. Instead opting for men-at-arms. Alright, well, the eco lead that CotCot had is basically gone now. Those scouts got in, got some decent little damage. And these men-at-arms so far haven't been able to do a whole lot. So, boy, no one's close to Castle Age at this point. I hadn't even noticed this Agent P trying to wall in the lumberjacks there. Alright, Legion working on ramming down some ranges with the vills here, but here comes 8 men-at-arms forward against Agent P. Agent P doesn't have anything to deal with this apart from this tower, so that tower's going to go down. And yet, men-at-arms could actually get some decent little value here. Although I don't know if targeting the house is going to maximize that value. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Let's see what Lighty chooses to focus on. Alright, the tower push continuing here from Legion. Got a lot of archers in the mix, though.
Hey, yeah.
Takes one vill out. Yeah, should be able to buy enough time for himself to get that defensive tower down. I think this tower going down for Lighty and an archer transition for Agent P, which is probably a really good call. He didn't really have any other way to deal with the men-at-arms. Oh no, they're going under the TC. Okay. Lighty notices in time. Both these towers actually go up. And only 3 vills in here for Legion. Okay, adding 4 more, so between that and the fletching, the Teuton towers should win out. Here comes Lighty trying to get a raid in on Legion. There's nothing really... Ooh, actually, okay. There is an overchop. Could maybe get in here. Thing is, they're being chased by 4 archers with fletching. Yeah, I really like that archer transition there from Agent P. Legion on the spot gets that wall down in time. And these men-at-arms just getting microed to death by the archers. Towers down for the pulls. The Teuton push continues. Starting to look a little dicey here for Ice. Does have access to this gold, but there's only 2 tiles there that haven't been lamed. But probably is going to lose access to this gold here pretty soon, I think. Let's see where these vills go next. Do they put a tower this way, or do they come up, try to get a tower up in this area? Alright, they're going to the left. Push continues. It's a slow push. Bill's going down here, though, for Legion. Loses 1, loses 2. Loses 3. It's a very, very costly tower push. Okay, Castle Age on the way here for Agent P and for Lighty. They'll both be up. Looks like Lighty wants to go Knights. We'll have 2 stable Knights. What about our Goths player? What's he looking at? 2 barracks. Probably opens with pikes here to deal with the Knights. So remember, Berber's not just with the faster Vill advantage, also with the cheaper stable production here, which on a map like this where resources aren't always in abundance, that's a nice bonus to have. All right, Ice on the way up as well. trying to get another range down here, but that's going to be ranged by towers as well. Yeah, here's a question. Does Agent P... Ooh, he's getting pressured here by... Okay, Lighty's going to go for a castle. So he wants to go into Huskarls right off the rip. Presumably because, well, one, castle gives him some nice defense. But he's probably still thinking that Agent P is going to be committing to archers. Or maybe it's just the fact that he saw archers on the field. Well, no, Legion didn't produce archers. Yeah, you're going to be up against just full knights here. And these knights are already raiding. That castle's not... There's no way that goes up. Yeah. It's looking bad for CotCot. 10 bills down. That's a doubt castle. They're getting towered. Right up on top of that castle. Oof. This castle only at 47%. I just don't see any way that goes up. The knights continue to stream in. The Goth player at the moment only with access to Huskarl. Huskarl's not going to help against this. You can deal with towers, but you can't deal with knights. These knights have +2 armor as well, so they can camp under the TC. These vills are going to be in big trouble as well. Alright, so monks are out for Lighty. And by some, I mean one. You can't even get a conversion on... Now, that's just rotten RNG luck there for Lighty. But, yeah, that castle will never go up. University coming down here for the Toons player, presumably to go into guard tower. And Ice realizes he's dead if that castle doesn't go up. Probably dead either way, so he's just going to go all in, try to get that thing up. But, yeah, that's just not going to happen. Come on, give him a conversion. There we go. Yep. Ice sending all the vills. I don't. This castle's still not going to go up though. Guard tower into the Toons player. 3 guard towers ranging the castle, plus a bunch of knights in the mix. This game is over. And for good measure, Agent P is going to try to get a castle up on this hill, which shouldn't have any problem doing because at the moment, yeah, Goths only have access to pikes at the moment. You can always just small wall those vills in. Oh my gosh, the castle went up. Like I said, I shouldn't speak in absolutes tonight. So that castle will eventually be able to clear up those guard towers, but it came at a huge price. Ice of Empires down to 13 vills at the moment. Pike's coming up to try to engage with the knights. Knights have hill bonus. They've got some numbers. Should be a fine fight for the Berbers player. And really, he just needs to buy time. That's all he's doing here. For that castle to go up, and that castle will indeed go up. It's in a great spot up on that hill and ranging the golden stone. So Agent P here is just going to prioritize, I think, getting up to Imperial Age, which he should be able to do with no problem. 34 farms. Got a beautiful eco behind this. Plenty of vills on gold, so he'll get up, get those trebs out. So if we don't see the GG before then, we will certainly see it after the Goth's castle is taken out. Lighty here. He's got a decent eco himself, 62 vills, but I think Imperial Age is much further off for him than it is for Agent P. Agent P's going to dive with those knights. Turns right back in the face of the Pike Huskarl combo. Boy, that's a lot of guard towers. Yeah, hard to see any win condition at this point for CotCot. I mean, if there's some way... How could you possibly come back in this one? I don't see any win condition. I mean, unless you're able to just get some kind of crazy counterattack in with the Huskarl. But with the Knight mobility, Knights can always go back and clean them up. Imperial Age halfway in for Agent P. I think when Imp comes in, we might see the GG before a single Treb even comes out. Although this is an elimination round of the playoffs, so CotCot will be understandably very hesitant to resign. Don't expect to see them resign until they are certain that they are dead.
Offside.
All right, we even got a few Obuks out in the mix here. They're going to regain access to the gold mine. Ooh, and look at this. Our Teutons player going with long swords. Makes sense. Teutons have strong long swords. You're up against Goths. Teutons are probably the Goths' worst nightmare. And you know that the Poles player's basically been nullified at this point, so...
Yeah.
Another really nice move here by Legion. Alright, here we go. Imperial Age. 8 seconds. Ooh, missed this. Okay. Like I said, the only win conditions probably to have some nice counterattack. Lighty, presumably thinking the same thing. Gonna dive in with some Huskarls, but it's not just that there's Knights to clean. There's also longswords in the mix. And I don't think this is going to be able to do anything. Unfortunately for Lighty. Longswords cleaning up here, no problem. First Treb is out over here for Agent P. And I think it's just a matter of time at this point. 50 Vil advantage as well for Berserker Gang. Huskarls are killing a few Vils. But these Knights are killing a lot more. Second Treb is out. Cavalier is in as well. Right, Imperial Age is in for our Goths player, but this castle won't even survive until then. I don't think. Alright, the Huskarl have been completely cleaned out of Berserker Gang's base. Alright, let's check in with Ice, see how he's doing over here. Still on the 2TC. Made his way back up to 40 Vils. Hard to see him being able to contribute any meaningful military soon enough here. Alright, Lighty desperately repairing that castle. Hoping to get to Imperial Age, get some Trebs of his own out. But he is quite literally fighting an uphill battle here.
Jason?
Yeah, Berserker Gang, eco advantage, military advantage, not just in numbers, but also in quality. It's better composition, better tech. Huskarl is going to try to dive on the Trebs, but Men-at-Arms should be able to deal with those. Castle is down. Oh, there's even long swords up here. This one's over. Just trying to jinx Berserker Gangs. Trying to jinx us into another comeback situation here. I don't think it's gonna happen this time though. Alright, Vils are getting shredded here. Lighty down to 45 Vils. And there's just, yeah, there's no stopping this at all. There's the GG. Game 2 goes to Berserker Gang. They take a 2-0 lead. So game 3 will once again be on CotCot's home map. That final home map is Gold Pit, I believe. Take a quick look at the stats before we jump over to that game. Yeah, about the KD you would expect in that game. No surprises here in the eco department either. Agent P with just a really, really nice economy behind that knight production. Got enough knights out to help Legion push forward and, you know, basically force Ice to give up almost all of his economy just to get that castle up. Agent P outboomed the Goths player, managed to get the castle up on the high ground, better imp time, and it was over. Yeah, beat the Goths player up by what, like 30 seconds there? The castle, and then like 4 minutes to Imperial Age. All right. Game 3. Let's go. Yes, I'm using my work laptop for this, so I've actually never used Capture Age on this laptop before, so that's why all this tutorial stuff is popping up. Yeah, so in addition to casting out of a janky hotel, I am also casting on a laptop. I've never casted a game before, but it seems to be holding up pretty well. So cheers for that. All right, let's get into the game. Gold Pit, let's go. CotCot's second home map. CotCot going with Bulgarians and Koreans. So I was thinking that maybe they were saving Koreans for Fortress. Looks like their pick on Gold Pit instead. Bulgarians, I've seen a lot of them in this tournament on Gold Pit. I think people like it because of the access to the crypt post. Just means you can go into the middle and get a castle-like building down more quickly. On the other side, Berserker gang, we've got Vietnamese here teamed up with Persians. So Vietnamese, because you're usually getting a castle up, with Vietnamese you got to have access to a nice archer unique unit. Presumably what Legion's thinking about in the long run. And then Persians, yeah, just kind of a good generic Cav Civ, strong economy. What do the maps look like for our players here? Got Cav matched up here, so those forward berries, I mean, not ideal, but probably better than being up against the archer player. And forward berries on this side as well. Actually, the gold generation kind of stinks here for Agent P. He's got to go forward to there or way out here to get access to gold. Gold's a bit closer here for the Bulgarians player. Over on this side, actually, this is a great map for Lighty. Back berries, 2 golds that are pretty safe. You could go with, you know, wall here to the TC, wall to that wood line, wall over. You'd have yourself a really nice base with access to lots of wood, berries, 2 gold mines, even some stone in the mix. So I like that map quite a bit. Over on this side, pretty decent as well. Back berries, very safe gold there. And then, yeah, who to favor here in terms of civs? I'm not really sure. I don't know that either one of these civs strikes me as having a really obvious advantage over the other. I would probably have a slight preference for Bulgarians, Koreans, but that might just be more personal preference than me actually thinking it's an objectively better civ combination. I just really like war wagons on this map. Okay, and Legion, yeah, is going for the sort of walls we were thinking here. Going with some smaller walls to this wood line. And nicely notices that hole. We'll get that walled up right away. And Ice over here is going to be going for some pretty ambitious walls. So going way out there. So I think maybe thinking about walling all the way out here so he can get that gold and stone inside of the walls, but that will be quite an investment for him. All right, one thing I've noticed in this tournament is, so I always thought you kind of play Gold Pit like Arabia, where in a 2v2 situation that almost always means feudal aggression. But in this tournament, I've noticed a lot of players attempt to go FC. And I guess it's because of the impression that this map is more wallable than Arabia. Maybe it is. I mean, obviously you've got a lot more woodlines near your TC than you have on Arabia, but the woodlines aren't that close. So I'll be curious to see if, well, my question's been answered. It's going to be feudal aggression all around. No fast castle for any of these players. Yeah, the really wide walls is kind of what made me think maybe Ice was thinking FC. All right. 21 pop all around. And it's going to be straight archers for both of our archer players. We've got no men-at-arms on either side. Yeah, and these walls are actually already a good ways up here for Ice. Gets a strip here and then drops the 2 ranges blacksmith there. Could actually have a really nice base here. Mighty opting for the smaller resource walls here. Yeah, just where do the ranges go? Okay, so Ice is going to drop the ranges out here. A good spot. But still needs to get this area walled up. Because if you don't wall that, all this walling investment was for naught. Alright. Second range already coming down there for Legion. Ice moving over to drop his second one now. So it should be a little bit of a production advantage here for Legion over Ice. So already got the 2 ranges down. Already producing archers out of both. What about the scout production? We've got 1 scout on the field for Agent P, 2 scouts on the field here for Lighty. Lighty with a spear as well. Can he get in here before the walls are up for Agent P? Agent P walling quite aggressively. He's got 2 spears out to protect those walls. And this is Legion has noticed this hole, and he has been pretty aggressive keeping his scout over there checking in on it. What about a blacksmith? Blacksmith. Alright, blacksmith is down. Fletching. Not on the way quite yet. No blacksmith over here for Ice. Lighty with a slight scout advantage, but Agent P has bought himself enough time to finish the walls. Yeah, shouldn't have a problem getting that up in time. And decent little archer numbers here for Legion. So I think what we'll see now is we're going to see Agent P. Oh, actually, he's going to try to sneak in around back, but that should get walled up in time. Yeah, I think we're going to see Berserker Gang put the pressure on here. But we do have 6 archers on the way here for the Koreans player. No fletching quite yet, though. So remember, game 1, Ice of Empire was caught with some archers out in the open in early feudal age without fletching. And this time it won't be a problem. He's got fletching. It's in. He's going straight for the Cav player. And Legion is playing defensively with his archers. Alright, these scouts looking for some damage here. But there will be some overchops there in a little bit. Stole the water buffalo, hit it in the corner. All right, let's see if Lighty can get his scouts over here to join. Oh, there they are. All right. So, a lot like game 1, Lighty, Ice of Empire, ganging up on Agent P in early feudal age. Let's see if they can break in here. This is a good spot if they can manage to get through. All right, remember Agent P had the Vill Tower in game 1. He's getting this one up early, getting a lot of Vills. He wants to make sure that thing goes up, and it will indeed go up. Getting a house in there to block the movement of those units. Nicely done by him. So yeah, didn't want to repeat that same mistake from game 1. And the archers are actually going to try to dive anyway. And it's actually working out okay because the scouts have been absorbing most of that archer fire. And now there's a little bit of trouble in paradise, but oh no! Oh no! An overchop. Oh, and all that advantage that CotCot had just gotten by breaking in is now gone. The scouts are in no way for Ice to deal with these. It's gonna have to Vill fight, which actually worked out okay. And meanwhile, over here, they're continuing to get a lot of eco time. Ooh, Agent P off of his second wood line. This is a mess all over the place. CotCot's down a few Vills. But Agent P is super idled here. He's got no access to wood whatsoever. All right, Legion's got a lot of archers here. Archers have arrived. They should be able to get it clean. Man, Echo's a game 1 for sure. There's armor on those scouts, but HP's pretty low on them. So Lighty's just going to try to get a few more Vill kills. Which he does manage to do. Alright, so Ice has stabilized. And over on this side, Agent P is able to return to work with his Vills. But that idle time was... Idle time was definitely costly because now we see the Bulgarians player on the way to Castle Age. Agent P a long way off, only has 60 food in the bank right now. Yeah, CotCot in a good spot. And they'd be in a great spot if there hadn't been the, maybe it wasn't overchop, maybe it was just a hole in the wall there, I'm not sure which. Okay, so the Bulgarians player looking like he's just going to open 2 stable here. Try to get some early aggression out. Here, a third range coming down for Ice. And then how does Legion play this, our Vietnamese player? Not going to stone yet, which I think is the right call here. You got to prioritize the expo production. It's a long distance lumberjack right there. He will have pretty good archer numbers here, and he's not too far off from Castle himself. He can get it. He'll have a pretty good expo mass. Again, Echo's a game 1 for sure. And Lighty is going to go 2 stable and immediately drop a second town center there. Question is, who does he put the pressure on? I think... Oh no. Please tell me no. Oh, no. This is so unfortunate for Ice here. Scouts are in again on the same wood line through a different hole this time, I believe. Fortunately, Ice does have some archers there. They should be able to get the clean. Alright, Legion's going to start playing defensively here. He's definitely worried about the knights that are on the field. Dropping a second, TC himself. Oh, and there's an opening. The knights are in here on Agent P. +2 armors in as well. Let's see, yeah. Open woodline back over here. Yeah, so they've done a great job pressuring Agent P here. Agent P on the way to Castle Age himself, but he's just clicked. Expo on the way here for Ice as well, who is going to have to play some really awesome defense here. Up against 31 Expo, only has 17 archers of his own. He's going to be off a stone here. These guys are going to be in trouble. Boy. Yeah, there may be knights inside of Age of Peace base, but the damage output of this army is going to be a lot greater. Eek. Yeah, again, just like game 1, man. Legion with the numbers advantage. And can Ice buy himself some time? He does have 3 range, but now these archers camping right where his reinforcements need to spawn. He's off gold, so now no way to even produce more archers. He's going to need knights here. He needs knights here quickly. Managed to minimize the eco losses so far. Alright, the knights are on their way. It's not that many, though. Alright, let's see. How good of a fight can CotCot take here? Problem is the archers are engaging right now before the knights are in. Well, I mean, I understand why Ice came forward. He didn't want the Expo to range his vills, but my worry is he's lost too much for CotCot to be able to get it clean here. Ballistics on the way as well for Legion. It's not looking good for CotCot here. They're not able to clean that mass, and now the new gold mine is kaput. Reinforcements streaming in for Legion as well. Oh no. And this game has just completely flipped. Huge advantage now for Berserker Gang, suddenly with an 11 Vil lead. Just, yeah, numbers advantage. And I bet a lot of this came back to Ice having those problems with wood. I'm sure that affected his archer production. Legion never taking any damage at home, so able to have a much cleaner build. Alright, camels. The camel option here for the Persians player makes a lot of sense. You don't have to worry about the green archers at the moment. You can just go kind of turn this into a 1v1 against the Cav player and go with the counter unit. Alright, Ice trying to get a mango out to deal with this. Doesn't have the res for it quite yet. And Legion just doing a great job of idling the economy here. Alright, Lighty wants to go out and add a 4th town center in the middle. Remember, town centers cost less stone for Bulgarians. So you can afford to do that even with your starting stone deposit. Oh boy. This is going to be bad here for Ice. Legion diving back in. There's just no way for Ice to deal with this. He has no answer. That Mangonel's almost out. If he could maybe land just 1 or 2 really good shots. Thing is, he really needs to land like 2 good shots to have a chance to get back in this. Only has 5 archers on the field at the moment. Nice split there by Legion. There's no one garrisoning the TC right now to punish Legion for diving underneath it. Yeah, great splits by Legion. He hasn't even lost a single archer to that TC. To the Mangonel. All right, the TC is in the middle for Lighty, who's got a really nice eco, but Legion with a nice eco as well. All right, now I think if you're Legion, you probably turn your attention on the Cav player here. Lighty's not going to have any way to deal with these Expo. Yeah, and he's coming into the middle. So So this will give a little bit of breathing room for Ice here, but the damage has been done. His eco is trash. He's only on 29 vils. Both of his opponents over 60 vils. And now Lighty is going to be at the hands of a really brutal composition up against Camels and Expo with Ballistics. What's this? Yeah, doesn't have anyone on stones. It's not like he can think Krepos defense at the moment. Trying to add siege himself, but that's going to be tough, man, with the Camel out in the field. At least enough Camel to snipe Mangonels. CotCot somehow only down 10 vils. Because Lighty's Bulgarian Boom is just cranking right now. 5th town center coming down. He's got that one on stone. Got a really nice farm eco. Man, is there any way could he manage to get the imp here? Get access to Cavalier? The problem is the Vietnamese player with a great... Yeah, that's the play. I was just about to say, go for it and get a castle. He had the stone. Before I could even get the words out of my mouth, here comes a castle. I think 100% the right play here. You've got huge military advantage. There's no way Lighty can touch you. You can control any bit of map you want to here. And with that castle, Lighty will have no access to gold. So even if he were to get to Imperial Age, it's not going to mean much. He's not going to be able to produce Cavalier in any meaningful numbers. And in any case, our Vietnamese player has clicked up, so there will be Arbalist on the field in not too long. At least if he can keep his numbers alive here. Yeah, this one feels super over. I mean, the Vil numbers are identical, though, which is crazy. It just goes to show how nice that Bulgarian's Boom is and how well Lighty has executed it. But, once Arbalist comes in, together with this map control, Berserker gang, they're in a good spot. They're in a good spot. Alright, Lighty looking to get a counterattack in on Legion. Camels doing their best to track that. Camel numbers looking pretty good now. 22 camels on the field to match up against 24 knights. And the gold is gone here. Well, no. Okay, there is actually a 3-tile patch still left there for Lighty, who somehow managed not to spend that yet. Going very heavy on stone, so he wants to get presumably a castle here. Oh no, opening with Krepos. Yeah, I'm thinking probably you might want to think about trying to get a castle here, because you're gonna need Trebs, or I guess you could go Siege Ramp, but that feels like a... I don't know how you would ever afford Siege Ramp here. Alright, Lighty is up. Arbalist on the way. Got a little counterattack here from CotCot, but I don't think it's going to be able to get much damage, and the TCs are in pretty good defensive locations here for Legion. There's just not much damage to be had. And 58 Arbalist are here to clean up. Just a slaughter line at the moment here for Lighty's Knights. Scorps. Interesting. Okay. Imp on the way for Lighty. Doing his best to raid inside of Legion's eco. Castle coming down here for Ice. There's no Trebs on the field yet here for Legion. I mean, maybe if Lighty can get a castle out, can somehow... I mean, just doesn't have... He can't afford everything he needs to be able to regain the middle, though, right? He needs Siege. He needs Cavalier. And now there's +2 Camel running around inside of Ice's eco. Oh, and there's even a hole for them to escape. I was just about to say, could be a good clean. But alas... Yeah, it's been the game of holes for ice. Alright. Legion notices the castle, but a little bit too late. Still no trebs on the field for him. Is there any way you could take back the middle here if you're Lighty? Got an incredible food eco back at home. 52 farms, 123 vills. Camels are in his eco, but camels aren't the best raiding units. And Lighty can produce this light cap for days. Looks like he had stirrups come in as well. Yeah, cleans that, no problem. So yeah, maybe that's the play. Maybe you don't go Cavalier. You go stirrup, +3 Hussar. Or with a 3rd armor. And then you devote all that gold into siege. And you see if you can't take these 2 castles out. Yeah, so there comes that last armor in. The trebs are now on the field here for Legion, so this castle will not survive much longer here for ice. And oh boy, just noticing this. Yeah, Legion, much like game 1, just using Arbalest to take out town centers. That is one of the many crucial differences between Expo and Arb. As Arb are actually pretty effective at just shredding town centers, and Ice losing all of his numbers, trying to clean enough Arb that the Hussar can finish the job. Which they should be able to. I mean, there's a good number of Hussar here. Really nice micro by Legion, though. Delete the houses. There we go. Alright, they get the surround. So that will be cleaned. But what's the follow-up? There's just, yeah, there's no way to take back the middle. Not without siege. I mean, at the moment, only siege on the field for 3 scorpions, which isn't the right kind of siege for the job. Alright, CotCot having to relocate his eco here. Down to 39 vills, a 3rd castle coming up in the middle, so... What is the play here for Lighty? He needs siege of some kind. Does have this 1 castle. I think maybe he's just hoping to flood enough Hussar to try to raid his way back into the game. The problem is Legion and Agent have already relocated so much of their economy into the middle of the map. So this could be a good raid, though. Getting a lot of value here. It's a great raid. Even with this, though, there's still a huge eco advantage. And now the Treb's coming forward. And if Lighty loses this position near the edge of the rim, there's not even going to be an option for him to Treb the castles in the middle. Legion seems to not have noticed, though, the raids. Oh no, I guess he has the town centers garrison, but not moving those vills. So I guess he's happy to give those up. That crap post is kaput. Lady just trying to mask the Hussar, but he's gonna have to deal with heavy camel combined with Arbalest. This is a pretty lethal combo. 136 vills for Agent P as well. And this will be the final push, I think, here for Berserker Gang to send them to the finals with a 3-0 sweep over CotCot. Lighty rushing down a castle. That will buy him a little bit of time, but it seems to be just a matter of time. 3 trebs. What? Make it 2. Ladies' raids continuing. Only 53 vills for Legion now, so those raids definitely did some work. But look at the military numbers. 42 military on the field for CotCot. 150 for Berserker Gang. It's just like an unkillable death ball right now. I just got a few Hussar raiding in here on Agent P's base. Agent P's gonna try to get a castle to keep his farm eco safe. This game may very well be over before that castle even goes up, though. It is a lot of heavy camel. 50 heavy camel on the floor here, on the field here. For Agent P. And once that castle's down, camels Arbalest will have free reign inside of Lighty's economy. Crazy though. CotCot with a 20 mil advantage right now. But it doesn't matter. Great raids though. Gotta give credit to Lighty for making the most of the situation he was in. Kinda had two options there. The option I was thinking was you try to push with siege from the top. The other option was try to raid the other team to death. Lady went with that, and I think he's made the most out of it. Only one Shreb left. Is there any way Lady could snipe it? Maybe? He's gonna try. Alright, he gets it. So the castle will survive for a little longer. So many Arbalest, 92 Arbalest. Alright, but now, oh gosh. Camel's raiding in on this side as well. Ooh, that's a lot of fresh, juicy vills there. 90 vills right there. Camel's jumping on the skirms right as the skirms arrive. $104 Arbalest on the field here for Legion. This castle's still standing though. Another Treb's out. And the raids have sort of stopped for now. Whitey just doesn't have a... Can't keep producing. Does have 69 farms. At least that's nice. Sorry, just all you could do right now is snipe traps. You obviously can't clean anything apart from those traps. Dealing with heavy camel, which are currently cleaning all the skirms that are trying to get over here to reinforce. Skirms worked for a while for ice in game 1, but that was because there wasn't much cap on the field. Skirms are definitely not an option here. 3 Trebs on the field. Hussar gonna dive again, try to get those Trebs. Having some pathing issues getting through. Oh no, actually gonna go try to get the surround instead. That will do it. CotCot. They had an awesome run in this tournament. Sorry to see them go out in the semifinals. Berserker Gang, really dominant performance. 3-0 sweep in the semifinals. So they will go to the finals to be played this week. So best of luck to them in the finals. And yeah, we'll see soon enough who their opponent is. I'm sure I won't have the time to cast all of the semifinal sets. My goal is to try to cast one set from each division and then try to cast each of the finals. I definitely want to make it a point to cast all of the final matchups. All right, let's look at the stats here real quick. Yeah, man, Lighty had a great boom, but Gold Pit, it's not like other maps. You have to have control of the middle, because without it, you got no gold. And you can see the difference in gold here, 14k, 13k for the Berserker gang guys, up against 5 and 9k for the two CotCot players. And yeah, without gold, there was no hope for pushing back on the pit. All right, well, that will do it for this set. Thanks for joining me, guys. Hope the background noise wasn't too terrible. And I will be casting another set tomorrow. Take care.